friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a video on changes I'm going to make to stay safe at Disney World. I'm filming this video on Sunday, June 14th, so the things I'm saying are based off the information I have at this time. My plans may change as Disney releases more information. So I'm basing this information off of what Disney World has, the information Disney World has released, as well as what is currently happening at Disney Springs in terms of their signage and physical distancing requirements and what's happening at Shanghai Disney. So the first thing is it's always really hot when I'm at Disney World. It doesn't seem to matter what time of year I go. It's like hot or cold. Almost always it's really hot. So previously, we're not big, I've mentioned this many times, we do not bring a bag into the parks with us, if at all possible. Bag check lines are like the bane of my existence. I can't handle them. I'm way too impatient. So what do we do about water bottles now? Typically I use a water fountain. They don't normally, well, I mean, I don't think about it. I guess it's gross if you think about it, but I don't think about it. But just during this time of COVID, I think I'm going to try to avoid them. And the only reason it popped into my brain is we're not allowed to use them at work. I work in a medical facility and they're all like taped off right now. So I think what we're gonna do is get one or two collapsible water bottles. You can get them, just look for collapsible water bottle on Amazon, and they collapse completely flat, and it's like a bag really. So I think what my plan will be is to have that on a carabiner and then put it on my husband's, like, most of his shorts have like a belt loop of sorts.
Oh, none of my shorts have belt loops anymore.
We're gonna figure it out. Or I mean, they roll up really flat, or like fold up really flat. You might even be able to put it in a pocket. We'll see. I'll see if I can get one that will work. But point being, instead of filling them up in the water fountain, if possible, I would like to avoid paying for a water bottle every single time. Quick service restaurants have offered free cups of ice water previously, and they were just sitting out. I'm sure they're not going to be just sitting out now, but I'm guessing you can still get them. Maybe they'll have a staff member there, a cast member there attending it. But my plan is to use one of those instead. And then that way, I mean, it's going to be hot, so we're not going to keep it full often. It's not like we'll have a big bag of water hanging off, but it'll give you something to drink while you're waiting in line. Also hand sanitizer on a carabiner, or possibly, now that I know we're apparently wearing shorts with no belt loops, they do have like towelette ones that are hand sanitizing. Just have to make sure we don't get the ones that are just meant to get barbecue sauce off and aren't actually like cleaning. But that would be another good option, so that you can just keep a couple of those in your pockets. Of course, you can stop at a restroom and actually wash your hands with soap, but that is another option as well, and I think I would feel comfortable having something on me. Multiple face masks and filters. We have several reusable face masks. This one does not have a spot for a filter because I got this one initially off of Etsy right when the CDC recommended we start using face masks. But I'm going to bring a bunch of reusable face masks, possibly disposable, we'll see. I would like to use reusable if possible. But the face masks with filters, my understanding is the filters have to be replaced every couple of days, and then the mask itself has to be washed. So I'm gonna bring a couple, and then I'm also going to bring a small container of laundry detergent. So typically I have a different form of laundry detergent I use when I am planning on doing laundry at Disney. So if you're using something like, if you use like Tide Pods or something like that, I would, if you want to wash your masks in the room, make sure you have a small container of liquid laundry detergent so that you can wash them in the sink in your hotel room. Maybe let them soak in the hottest water possible for a while and then let them air dry. Just make sure you take the filter out first, because I don't think the filters are washable. I'm also considering bringing a small container of liquid antibacterial hand soap. I have to do a little bit more research on that. It might just be in like a little squeezy bottle like you can get with the mini bottles of hand sanitizer. I'm not sure. But the bar soap that Disney has, I'm quite certain that's not antibacterial. Most soap actually isn't antibacterial. And then if you or somebody in your room is really sick, is it just like growing on there? Normally, I'm not a big enough germaphobe to do anything about that. But in this time, I think I'll take extra precautions when you're in a crowded space and make sure you have something antibacterial with you. Now, Disney has not announced a lot as far as what will happen with hotels and rides and experiences when they reopen, just that some things will not reopen upon initial reopening. So we'll wait and see what that means, but we have discussed that we are probably going to have to alter our typical park plan for this trip, and I think we're okay with that. We have been before and we'll go again. So just be thankful we can go there and we are well enough to go. Knock on wood. But some things I was thinking about in this regard. Now, Disney is doing everything they can to foster social distancing. And I think there are certain things. So for example, take the ride, It's a Small World. It's covered, it has a roof, but it's open air. The side is completely open. So if that combined with physical distancing and if people are wearing masks, I would feel comfortable going on that ride. And if they're, putting people every other row or something like that in the boats, I would feel comfortable going on that. I'm not sure about Tower of Terror. I'm going to wait and make a decision when we get there or when I hear more information from Disney, but much of the line, I wouldn't even say the majority, a lot of the line is outside, but a lot of the line is inside, and there's a pre-show area. So we're not sure what they're going to do with pre-shows. Are they going to have people just bypass it completely, like in Rock and Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror, Haunted Mansion? Are they going to have you just wait outside and then bypass the majority of the inside line? That would be a lot safer. If they have pre-shows, we're probably not going to do that because it's a lot more difficult for physical distancing, and you're in an enclosed, like 4-wall ceiling floor, you're in an enclosed space. So it's just more likely that you could possibly get sick. So we will potentially adjust our park plan as needed. But again, I'm going to wait and see what Disney says as far as what is open and what is not. And if there's anything kind of sketchy, I'm going to wait and see what they are doing about it. I'm also going to try to eat at less popular meal times. So again, Disney said they're reducing capacities both in the park, in hotel, in pools, and in restaurants to allow for physical distancing. However, if you have been trying to physical distance, if you are at the store right now and you're wearing a mask, you have probably learned and have seen that a lot of people don't make it possible. They come really close to you and you're trying to stay away from them, and it's very frustrating. So eating at less popular meal times, I think, will make that a bit easier as well. And by less popular meal times, I'm saying instead of eating lunch at noon, try eating at 11 or 1:30. Lastly, we are going to try and use mobile ordering a bit more, and my understanding is they're hoping to expand it a bit more as well due to the pandemic. So I think we have used it before, haven't we?
I think we tried.
But I think we couldn't make a customization or something like that I wanted.
There was some reason it didn't work.
There was a customization issue, I believe. But we are going to try mobile ordering to avoid, again, less time waiting in line and in enclosed spaces. So those are some of the changes that we are planning on thinking of making for our next trip to make it as safe and as enjoyable as possible. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I will talk to you next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.